This is your Fox 10 News Now update.
Hi there, I'm Monique Lagan with your Fox News Now update. This year's Atlantic hurricane season has been extremely active, and it's probably not a surprise yet another tropical system is threatening. And for Dauphin Island, it's been particularly rough. Zeta would be the sixth storm to have impacts on the island this year, and that is creating a lot of headaches. Business owners are watching Zeta with concern. These are the same business owners that we spoke with just weeks ago before Delta. That system cooling off the summer economy, and they expect Zeta to hamper business even more. Twin brothers awaiting sentencing in the death of their mother's boyfriend, Brady Willis, found guilty of manslaughter and domestic violence last week. Police say he and his brother Aaron beat Walter Powers II to death at his home in Summerdale. That was back in 2018. Aaron already entering a blind guilty plea on a singular manslaughter charge. At the time of Powers' death, the Baldwin County DA's office called alcohol, quote, a major factor. The Willis twins will be back in court December 3rd. All right, Mobile police arresting 3 guys in connection to dog fighting. According to reports, police responded to the 700 block of Dr. Thomas Avenue in reference to dog fighting. That was Sunday morning at around 10:50. Police arresting 26-year-old David Black, 42-year-old Gregory Mims, and 57-year-old Selwyn Carson. Officers say on the way there, they saw a red SUV in the area of New Bay Bridge Road at Butt Street with a dog inside a crate. They say when officers went to check it out, they could see the dog inside had a cut across its face. The driver and passenger taken into custody. A third man who was not identified taken into custody as well. A follow-up now, the Navy and Coast Guard releasing the identity of the pilot and student killed in the crash of a military training flight, identified as 30-year-old Navy Lieutenant Rhiannon Moss from Michigan and 24-year-old Coast Guard Morgan Garrett from North Carolina. Investigators say the flight took off from Whitingfield in Milton Friday and crashed in the Foley neighborhood. No one on the ground was hurt. The Navy is investigating the cause of that crash, and if you took pictures or video, they would like a copy. We have the contact information for you on fox10tv.com. Some sad news for lovers of Mobile's annual Greek Fest. Organizers say they have to cancel this year. The festival was going virtual for the first time this time around as the coronavirus pandemic continues. It was supposed to start today, but instead a message on Facebook announcing the event had been called off. And I quote, "It's been a tough year for everybody, and we are no exception. Once everything settles down, we will have a bigger and better festival than ever." Well, speaking of events, if you are looking for a safe alternative to trick-or-treating, the City of Mobile will be hosting a fun Halloween event. It's a drive-through trunk or treat, October 31st from 10 a.m. until noon at Langen Park. All you got to do is show up with your children in the vehicle, drive slowly through the park, and members will be bringing treats to your vehicle. We're also told that if you could wear a costume, that would be even better because there's going to be a decorated car contest. How about that?
All right, let's take a look at what's going on here with Zeta now approaching the Gulf Coast by in the middle of the week as a tropical storm and/or low-wind hurricane. We're going to see wind, rain, also high surf and rip currents, and a few isolated tornadoes. Yep, here we go. Another round of tropical weather on the way towards the northern Gulf Coast. Right now, Zeta is located in the northwest Caribbean Sea. It's a strengthening hurricane, 80-mile-per-hour winds sustained, moving northwest at 10, and it moves in over Cancun, Cozumel, and clips the Yucatan tonight. Then tomorrow it'll be emerging into the Gulf. A closer look, still no distinct eye, but plenty of cold cloud tops around the center now. We're actually starting to see the cloud tops spreading over the northern section of the storm. You may be wondering, hey, is the water too cool for a tropical system this time of the year? Well, not really. Water temperatures are very much warm enough to support tropical activity all the way up until you get close to the nearshore shelf waters of the Gulf. One of the things that may really help weaken this thing, though, is we look at the wind shear forecast on Wednesday. This big upper low over Texas is going to create some really strong wind shear here out of the southwest over the system on Wednesday. And these are your two steering mechanisms here. You got a counterclockwise flow around the low and then a clockwise flow around the high. And so it's like the gears are in motion to send this thing more up towards Louisiana. Here's the track. It's basically riding around that ridge building over Florida. That means an increase in forward speed, and we have it as a hurricane all the way up until near landfall. This is the new forecast track as of 4 o'clock on your Monday, and taking a look at it here, we've got it by Wednesday off the Louisiana coast and then over our area overnight Wednesday night and into early Thursday morning. And you can see how, hey, you know, you're looking at, hey, it's going to hit Louisiana. Well, it might, but then it'll skip across and come back ashore for good over southern Mississippi or our area. We are very much in the cone with Zeta. The models very much unanimous on this track. Look how tight the models are packed here as we're getting closer in time. The steering flow is very certain with this one, and confidence forecast that we'll have to deal with that storm. Ahead of the system, as the trough begins to deepen to our west, we'll see some showers tomorrow. They may be somewhat related to the outer bands of Zeta, but more likely to see that on Wednesday. Rain chance higher there at 80%. By Thursday, the bottom end of the storm will be dropping out as the winds increase out of the southwest, and so that may reduce our rain chances on Thursday. And fall will be here along with falling back of the clocks over the weekend. You're going to see much cooler weather in the second part of your extended forecast. Thanks for joining us here on Fox 10.
Stay tuned to Fox 10 News throughout the day for the latest updates. This has been your Fox 10 News Now update.